What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, I've been going through Twitter, and there was one question that I wanted to address. Now, a lot of people are talking about, the burn tax and how that could be implemented and how long it will take to burn off the total amount of Lunic. And this is very interesting. I've gone through this in a previous video, but maybe it wasn't really explained 100% clearly. So, I wanted to go through what was said here and just break down my explanation. I did the way that I typed it, I believed in a different way of saying it, but we definitely can talk about why it's not the case and how they're taking it. So anyways, we're going to talk about how much or how long it will take to burn off the supply depending on certain variables. And that's what I wanted to express, is that there were variables in that factor. So if you have a certain amount of volume, there's always going to be an ever-changing volume number, right? There's also going to be an ever-changing price number that you have. So it depends on whatever the market cap is, whatever the market cap is, and whatever the popularity is. So we're going to get into this and we're going to break this all down. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to check out some of the links down below, you can check out some of those links. There's a Discord group down there for Lunic. I believe there's the Terra Rebels Discord group, which they have a lot of great information as well. So you can definitely check all of that stuff out. But we're going to go ahead and get into this. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. So this is the tweet that we did have. So I put out a tweet basically saying, is Lunic 1 cent impossible, or is it possible? This is for my video yesterday talking about Lunic to 1 cent and how I believe that it is possible. And I wanted a lot of people's votes on it. And you could see that impossible is 87, right? And then 88 for possible, or I guess it's kind of in between, so people are liking it as possible as well. But 840 likes, that's really good engagement. But as we go down here, he says, Mr. Perry, please help me understand this. Please help me understand how this works. 52 million 24-hour volume, that's the dollar amount. 1.2% burn tax, that's $624,000, 10 billion tokens per day average, and basically going through the entire math, 655 days to burn it all. Now, we have to understand what my response was, is that there's a lot of variables, right? So yes, however, there are many variables like the volume. If the volume increases, then the tax percentage increases. Now, this was something, the way that I worded it is not right. As I read it back, I was just like, that's not right. The tax percentage does not increase. It's the percentage that you have. So the 1.2%, you get more dollars back as the volume increases, because if you have, say, 100 million in volume, you're going to get that 1.2 or 1.2 million dollars that you would be able to burn off. And then you're looking at that multiplied by whatever the price is, and you would get the amount of tokens you would have there. So as the volume increases, the amount that you're burning increases. That's what I meant to say when I said the percentage increases. Also, price will increase as more are burned, which decreases the amount you can burn next. So even though your volume is increasing and the amount that you can decrease, or the amount that you can burn increases, you're also seeing the potential price increases, which the next burn that you end up having, you might end up having a higher price, so you burn less for that same amount of money. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. But they end up taking it. I can't speak. They end up taking it as the percentage goes up. The percentage does not go up. So hopefully, Boomer Sooner, I will put this on the post as well, this video on the post, so you know what I'm talking about. But thank you for asking the question. And I did get it wrong, and I'll say that I got it wrong, and then also put the video there to let you know, what I meant by saying that. So let's get into an example. If you guys want to break down, let's get into an example. Now, I did break this down previously. I built something to where it would give me a breakdown of the total supply, you would have the number of months or the number of days, and then how many years that takes. So it would count all of these days that it would take in order to burn off. So 24-hour volume, you would have the total amount of volume that goes through. So say if it's $350 million worth of volume, the amount that would burn is 420,000 or 4.2 million. And then the total amount that you would end up burning is about 10 billion there, right? So that's good, right? $4.2 million would be about 10 billion at those prices. Right now it would be a lot less because it added another zero. So let's just keep it this scenario, right? I'm not going to change it all up, because if I would change it all up, it would take a lot of time. But basically, when you go through this regular scenario that's right here and say that nothing changes, the only thing that stays the same, everything stays the same, the price stays the same, the volume stays the same, yes, it would end up taking you less days. I believe it's somewhere around like 300, let's say 300 days, or is it 600? It'll take you a long time. Let me actually just go down. It'll take you 689 days, which is 1.88 years, almost 2 years. That's how long it would take you to burn that off and get to a level of 10 billion, right? Now, that's a long time, but it does create, more of a long-term investment rather than a short-term move or a short-term profit. It's a long-term investment. But my other scenario, and where variables do change, now we're only going to see certain variables change. We still have to factor in if the volume will change. The volume could go all the way up to $1 billion, maybe even $2 billion, depending how popular it is. But let's say the volume does stay the same, but the price changes. So basically, as you burn off a certain amount of volume, as you burn off a certain amount here, the volume will change. It will always change, right? So let's say we burn off 28.9 billion, right? 28.9 billion in one day, that may change the price a little bit. May factor in like maybe a slight change, 0.0000146, right? A slight change. As you have that change, you see that it burns less. You see that it burns less again. You see that it burns less again. So it's going to take less days, it's going to take more days for you to end up burning those coins, right? So what you're looking at, depending on, what we're looking at here is an increase in the amount that will be burned. So this 10 billion is just a flat number. Let's say it was 10 billion the whole time. And it was always going to be 10 billion, even though it should be somewhere around like 28 or something like that, 28 billion. But this will technically either take you more time or less time, depending on if the volume increases and if the price increases as well. So this may take you 600 days. It may take you 300 days. It may take you 200 days. It all depends what is higher, right? If the volume ends up being a lot higher, let's say that's 1 billion, you'll burn off a lot more in a day. But if that price increases, let's say to a penny, right? Let's say it goes all the way up to a penny and we burned off a heck of a lot. Well, now you're burning way less, no matter, even if you do have, $120 million that you can burn off, or $12 million that you can burn off. You're not able to burn as much when you have a higher price on your position. Hopefully that makes sense. I know I didn't restructure this to show you how this is fully broken down, but hopefully it does make sense. I did want to just make a video and explain it, but it gets very, very complicated as we move forward in this, and I can't really give you a completely clear breakdown. So hopefully this was clear enough. If this makes sense, please hit that like button. If it does not make sense, then let me know down below, and we can find a way to redo this video with something that may be slightly more clear. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. 1 cent is definitely possible, and burning the amount of supply that we want to burn, it can take a long time. With the 1.2%, depending how people take the news, if we have a lot of popularity and we go to a $1 billion market cap, or a $10 billion market cap, it's going to be more difficult to burn coins, just like Shiba Inu was, at a $15 billion market cap. It's much easier to burn coins at a $5 billion market cap where it's at now. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you in the next one.